Hello, friends. Happy Thursday and happy Go Live Day. This is Lita Gersa. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. And today I am live twice. Right now, I am finishing my Countdown to Saleabration 2024 series with a look at the detailed Dogwood stamp set. And then tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I am hosting my live launch party right back here. So I hope you'll plan to join me. But for now, we are going to talk about my very favorite Saleabration product this year, and that is the detailed Dogwood stamp set. It is an absolutely amazing stamp set with so many possibilities. We're going to make one card together. I'm going to show you a whole bunch more samples, and I think you will see that this is one of those must-have stamp sets from the Saleabration brochure. So if you are joining me live, please say hello so that I know you're watching, and let me know where you're watching from. So let's see, we've got Crystal. Oh, hi, Crystal. Okay, so you're catching me live. Well, welcome. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you're enjoying my replays. That's the beauty of if you miss a live, there's always the replay. So that's awesome. Hi, Sandy from Maine and Chris. So we've got two Crystals. We've got Crystal from Uxbridge and Crystal from Iowa. And we've got Jeannie K from Fredericton. Hello. We've got Deidre from Mississippi, Susan from Pickering, Louise from just down the street. Hi, Louise. We've got Susan from Waconia, Minnesota. All right, so we're kind of all over the US and Canada today. So welcome. I'm not going to spend a ton of time chatting because I know you're here to see the product and to see a project. So I'm going to flip to my desk view and we're going to get right to it. Here we go. All right, so I can actually show you the inside of the Saleabration brochure now that it is live. So the detailed Dogwood stamp set is one of the level 2 items that's found on page 15 of your Saleabration brochure. So it's this one here. There's a couple of cute samples in the brochure, and I've got some more to show you, but I just wanted to highlight where to find it. It is a level 2 item, which means here in Canada, it is free with a $120 purchase, okay? Now, if you are thinking about placing an order today, I'm going to encourage you to wait until my launch party tonight if you're in Canada, because I'm going to be announcing an ordering special that I'm offering from now until Sunday evening that will sort of increase your Saleabration freebies that you can get. So I shouldn't say not increasing your Saleabration freebies, but it's an extra freebie on top of your Saleabration freebies. Let's put it that way. So anyway, here is the detailed Dogwood stamp set. It is a beautiful set, gorgeous floral images, but then lots of really cool eclectic images that are perfect for collage stamping, which is one of my very favorite stamping techniques. It's one of the very first ones I learned, and it's a go-to for me anytime I have a set that has all of these sort of diverse and eclectic images. So I'm going to show you the project we're going to make, and we're going to get right to it. Oh, we have lots more people come in. Hi, Barbara from Quebec. Hi, Kenzie from Alberta. Cindy from North Dakota. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Jill. It's nice to see you live tonight. All right, so here we go. Super simple project. So I've been posting lots of projects throughout the day on both Facebook and Instagram. So if you've been following along, you'll see that this is quite a bit pared down from some of the other projects that I posted. So I wanted to show that this can be a really clean and simple stamp set that really features the beautiful florals, but then I'll also show you some of my samples where I did lots of collage stamping. So we're going to get right to it. So I have here a piece of basic white cardstock. This started out as 3 by 4.5 inches, and then I used the gorgeously made dies to kind of cut that spiral notebook border. So I am going to kind of fluff that up a little bit. I like it when it's a little bit rough because it looks like it's actually ripped out of a notebook. And then I'm going to bring in this gorgeous floral image. This is such a beautiful image. It really doesn't need any color. It's absolutely gorgeous, just stamped in black and white. But we are going to add a little bit of color on this card, but I will show you some others later on that really are just all about the beauty of the image. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this fairly centered on my panel there. Did I actually cut this too narrow? Yep, it is. It's a bit narrower than my sample, but that's okay. We can work with that. And then we're going to add this little ticket, so this little number ticket. Now this is part of the stamp set as well, and it actually coordinates with the little teeny tiny label punch that works with the alphabet dies, and I can't for the life of me think of the name of it right now. Let's look in the catalog. It is Where's my punches? You'd think I would know where to find punches in the catalog by now, wouldn't you? It's been around for a while. It's this little bitty best label punch way down here. So that actually coordinates with that little ticket from the Detailed Dogwood stamp set. So I'm going to ink that up as well. And I'm actually going to stamp it. I might stamp it up a little bit higher than I did on my sample, just because this one's a little bit narrower. And I don't want it to look too crowded. There we go. All right, so now let's do a little bit of coloring. Oh, we've had lots more. Hi, Betty. Hi, Deb. Thank you for sharing, Cindy. I appreciate it. Thanks, Sonia, for sharing. Hi, Linda. All right, so here we go. We're going to start by coloring our flowers, and I'm going to start with the centers of the flowers. I'm using light lemon lolly, and I'm using the bullet tip, and I'm just kind of stippling that just because I want to add really subtle color. I don't want to kind of fill in that whole area. So I'm just adding just little hints of that yellow. And I think it looks quite pretty just as it is, but we're going to keep going. So I'm going to now bring in my Bubble Bath Light Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to just kind of come up part way up the petals. I don't want to color the whole petal because I want the white to kind of be the primary color. But we're just going to add a little bit of the light Bubble Bath coming up from the center. Just like that. A little bit for this guy. And just a little smidge along the bud there. And then I'm going to come in with my dark Bubble Bath. And again, I'm going to just add really subtle shading here. So I'm just kind of, again, doing a little bit of stippling. Stippling is just where you're adding little dots of color. You're not actually coloring the whole area. And what that does is it just adds really subtle shading. I find it easiest to do this technique with my bullet tip. All right, there's our flowers done. Now to color my leaves, I'm using light Old Olive. And I'm going to do a few leaves at a time, and then we're going to come in and add a little bit of shading with the dark. So I'm not going to be super careful to try and fill in the entire leaf. That's just to kind of be consistent with the flowers, because the flowers are not completely colored. So I just wanted it to look consistent with what I had done on the flowers. So I'm just laying down a little bit of the light Old Olive on my leaves. And then I'm going to come in with my dark. And again, I'm going to use my bullet tip because I want to be really sparing with the amount that I put on here. And I'm going to put a little bit more underneath that leaf there because it is the bottom side of the leaf. And I'm just adding a little bit of color sort of along the veins. And then I'm going to come back with my light and just blend some of that out. Went out of the line there. That's okay. I will get my color lifter later and clean that up. There we go. I could sit and color this image for hours. It's such a beautiful image to color, and there's so many different ways to color it. So we'll do these other leaves really quickly. I'm rushing and I'm going out of the lines. Don't tell anyone. I would fail coloring. All right, get this one filled in. There we go. And then again, we're going to come in with our dark and add just that subtle shading along the vein. These ones I'll do a little bit more because they're a little bit larger. And again, we'll blend that out with our light. There we go. Okay, now I just realized I forgot to bring my pecan pie marker over, so I'm just going to grab that. I'm using the light pecan pie to color the stem. And hi, Peggy. Oh, I'm glad you've enjoyed watching me all week. It has been fun going live every day. It's nice that I am still on winter break from school. We actually were in school until the 22nd, so we are still on break until Monday. We go back on Monday. So I've enjoyed having this time to be able to go live every day. It's really fun, and it just makes me long for the day that I retire from teaching, which is sooner than you might think. It is June 2025 when I will be able to do Stampin' Up! Full time, and I can go live whenever I want. There we go. There is our finished image. Now let's get these out of the way, and we're going to bring in our DSP. So this is a piece of the Nature's Sweetness DSP. Look at that beautiful gold. Now, oh, maybe we should do that. Oh, let's do the other side because it's so beautiful. I had done this side because I like that notebook sort of effect and the pecan pie, but you know what? That gold is just too pretty. So we're going to switch it up because we can. So we're going to go ahead and glue this on, centered on our DSP. So let's add a little bit. Oh, I grabbed my seal. I should have spared it. Oh, well, that's okay. You guys are special. We're using the seal tonight. I run out, I run out. There we go. And then we're going to add some of this beautiful faux leather trim. So this is also from the Nature's Sweetness suite. You're going to see this showcased tonight during my live launch party. But it is sort of it almost looks like a leather lace. It is, it's quite thick. It's probably 1/16 of an inch thick, which means it's a little bit hard to tie bows, but there are so many cool things you can do with this without having to tie a bow. So if you are bow phobic, this is great stuff for you because you don't actually have to tie a bow. So for this one, we're actually going to add a little bit sort of in the top and bottom corner. I want it to kind of look like a notebook. So we're going to start by adding a glue dot to one end. And we're going to lay it at an angle across the corner there. We'll wrap this around the back and trim off a little bit. And we don't want the angle to be too sharp, so we'll just move that over a bit. So I'm adding a leather glue dot. There we go. And then at the top, we're actually going to tie a knot. So I'm just going to take my trim here, and I'm going to just tie a knot in the middle of my trim. So the cool thing is that it's got sort of this gold sort of gilding effect on both sides. You don't have to worry about it not being double-sided. And then that is going to get stuck in the upper corner. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually apply a glue dot to the back of my knot, so to make sure that that stays put. So again, just kind of get an idea of where I want it and press that into place. And then I'm going to add another glue dot to the end of my trim. Yeah, I like both sides too, Louise. It's really unfortunate that Stampin' Up! Makes such beautiful DSP that we love both sides. And that has been a problem for me a lot with this particular mini. There are so many beautiful papers and they're pretty on both sides. Not often, sometimes you get lucky and there's one side that you really don't care for, so you don't have a problem with covering it up. But this one is really quite pretty. So there we go. There is our trim added. So now we're going to go ahead and glue this onto our card base. So I'm using a basic white card base. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. So we'll go ahead and twist that up along our score line. And then that is going to get glued centered. Look at the difference. Wow, oh, I love it. I love the way the image, the look of the image changes depending on what color it's against. Isn't it amazing how much of an impact color has on the way we perceive images? Oh, here I am using seal again. Let's put that down and we're going to grab our liquid glue because I'm going to run out of seal. Here we go. All right, we're going to stick this on, centered on the front of our card here. Hopefully straight. It is hard when there's all these shadows from the lights, but that's pretty close. There we go. And then our last little touch is to add a sentiment. Now, there are no sentiments in the detailed Dogwood set. It is a straight up image set. However, I'm using a sentiment from the Thoughtful Expressions stamp set. As soon as I find what I did with it, there it is. Just says, enjoy your day. You like the thinner cardstock so you can see more of the gold. Yeah, that's a good point too. Look at, see all these happy accidents that I made today. It's like I planned it. Honestly, no, it has been a day, you guys. Oh my goodness. I've been on the phone fighting with the city for most of the day, trying to get somebody to bother to fix our water situation. It has been a rather frustrating day. And after all that, we still have a leak in our basement and the water main still has not been fixed. So yeah, there you go. All right, so there we go. We stamped our image. This is just a 1/2 inch strip of basic white. So what I'm going to do is trim one end at a diagonal. Okay, now here's a little tip for how to get your angles the same on both ends. So I'm going to take this little scrap that I trimmed off. I'm going to line it up on my strip here, and then I'm going to use it as a guide to cut the other end. See how you do that? And then you get your angle the same on both ends. That's my little hot tip for you today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add our sentiments. Now I kind of feel like I want to put it up higher because I don't want to cover up my little tag there. So I think I'm going to put it up here. Oh, except then I'm covering up the flowers. What shall we do? Maybe we'll put it, no, I like it actually up higher because I'm not really covering too many flowers. We're going to put it up higher. All right, here we go. This is what happens when you change your design on the fly. You have decisions to make. All right. Yes, Deb, I will. Well, yeah. I don't know when the city is going to shut off our water. I don't know if they're going to shut off our water. I don't know how long that my basement is going to be getting wet, but there we go. All right, done. Now let me show you. Actually, let's do it. I'm going to stamp on the inside, just in the black. It looks so beautiful, this image. So we're going to go ahead and stamp it once again in the black ink. And I just kind of want to get some of those beautiful flowers. And there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's such a beautiful image. Stampin' Up! Artists are just, they amaze me. I don't know how they do what they do. But there we go. There are 2 versions of the same card, just using opposite sides of the designer series paper. Let me show you some more samples that I made with this beautiful set. So this is one that I posted earlier today. This lots of collage stamping and distressing on this one. This is the very first card I made with this set, and I just kind of went a little crazy. But I absolutely love it. I love all of the detail on the background. I love the distressing, and I love the fussy cut image. So there is that one. Here's another one. So this is a collage still again, but a little bit different, softer colors, different technique. I actually inked the background just using a light Stampin' Blend. So this is a light Pool Party Stampin' Blend to create the inked background and then stamped on top of that. And there you go. There's that little ticket that I punched using the Best Label punch. Okay, here's another one. So this one's super clean and simple, really highlights that beautiful image. And then I've just done a little bit of spotlighting by coloring just that one flower that overlaps the label there. Here is another one, totally different look. You wouldn't even know this was the same stamp set, but I've done a bit of collage stamping in the background on this, the horizontal element, using various images and shades of green from the stamp set. And then all of these little flowers are from the stamp set. It's this little flower here, and it coordinates with the Petal Park punch, which is fantastic. So I was able to punch out all of these little flowers. The leaves, and I fussy cut because, you know, I don't mind fussy cutting, but you certainly could use, for example, the bow punch if you wanted to avoid having to fussy cut. But really, really easy way to create a nice little floral collage there. Here is a triple time card. Look at how beautiful this is. Again, just in black and white, and I thought this made a beautiful sympathy card. And then this is my favorite collage card. I so much that I didn't even do anything on the inside, but that's okay. So again, started just with Pool Party cardstock and then did a bunch of inking, a bunch of stamping, a little bit of gold heat embossing, distress the edges. Just love this color palette. Oh, okay, you've got an echo. That's strange, Louise. I don't know why. Do you still have your other window open? I'm not sure what's going on there. All right. Anyway, there we go. There are our cards for the detailed Dogwood stamp set. Again, this is a level 2 item, free with a $120 order. Karen, do you mean this punch here? This is actually a die that is from the brand new mini catalog. It's called Thoughtful Expressions. You're going to see it tonight if you tune in for my live launch party. But if you have your mini catalog, check out the Thoughtful Expressions bundle. It is a beautiful bundle with amazing dies. Okay. All right, everybody. Let me switch back to my face. I know you'd rather look at my cards, but here I am. And I am going to say goodbye for now, and I will be back live in a little bit more than an hour and a half. I have to go make some dinner in between, but I will be back live at 7 o'clock Eastern time for my live launch party. So I do hope you'll join me. Grab your favorite beverage and settle in because I've got lots to share with you. And I have 7 projects to demonstrate for you. So we're going to be here a while. So clear your calendar, clear your evening, and grab your favorite beverage and join me. All right. So I will see you in a little bit. Thanks so much for joining me right now, and I will see you at 7 p.m. Bye for now.